Hi everyone, this is Chantay. I'm here with my weekend review of the analysis here for the Instagram folks. For those who don't follow me on Instagram, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's my first name, Chantay Berry, and I'm just gonna come here with some stuff for you guys today. It was a jam-packed week. You already know what the breaking news is, if those who don't know. So let me just fix the pen comment on here. Oh no, spelling stuff wrong. What's going on with me? So we can review of so much that went on in our politics today. So here we are. So I'm going to start off with the numbers of coronavirus for those who will probably pop in, join in every now and then. So globally, we got 34,495,372 cases of COVID-19 around the world. That's 188 countries, including here in the U.S. The death toll here is at 1,026,646. Hey, Jan. The cases here at home in the U.S., we're at 7,331,241. The death toll here in the U.S. is at 208,691. Now, I'm just going to get into some other countries according to the Johns Hopkins website. You have India at 6.3, which they're at 6.3. Brazil's still at 4.8. Russia's at 1.1 still. Colombia is at 841,531. Peru's at 818,297. Spain is at 289,932. Argentina is at 779,698. Mexico is at 753,090. And you have South Africa at 671,833. So you already have Mexico, Argentina, Spain, and Peru that have surpassed South Africa. It's kind of a good thing, but still, South Africa numbers are still rising. In the Latin countries, you have... I'm going to get into the states in a minute. The states I always do last. But damn, Missouri, your state is not even that big. Thanks, Jan. DR 113,350, Panama 113,962, Guatemala 93,090, Nigeria and the African nations, you have 59,127, Ghana, get Ghana and Guyana, and Guyana is in the West Indies. So Ghana is at 46,694, and Kenya is at 38,923. Now in the West Indies, we already know that Haiti has almost 9,000 cases, so they're at 8,792. Hey, Joseph. We have Jamaica at 6,704, Trinidad and Tobago 4,629, Bahamas 4,220. Guyana is at 2,960. So it's 2,000. Oh God, there's so many numbers. 2,968. Belize 2,026. Barbados 193 cases. Antigua 106 cases. St. Vincent 64 cases. Dominica has moved up to now 31 cases. St. Lucia 27 cases. Grenada still at 24, and St. Kitts is still holding out at 19. I guess their prime minister is like, don't move. That whole West Indian thing, like, stay put. And then you have here in the States. Now, Missouri do have 125,000 cases, but they're not cracking that top 10. They're not these numbers that I'm about to say. California, 827,959. Yeah, it was a bat crazy week. Texas, 793,645. Florida, 711,796. New York, 466,353. Some of our numbers have risen a little because due to the clusters out in Brooklyn and Queens. But we have not had like an astronomical amount of cases, but it's a cluster in Brooklyn and Queens specifically in Williamsburg. I don't understand. Georgia, 304,406. Illinois, 301,540. Arizona, 219,778. North Carolina, 215,026. New Jersey, 208,416. They saw a little rise in their cases, but it's, like I said, it's not astronomical as some of these other places. And then Tennessee cracks that top 10. Rounds out that top 10. Rounds out with 195,680. But most of these states do have over 100,000 cases, including small states like Missouri. South Carolina is probably way more than Missouri, because I think they're like in the 140s or the 150s. But a lot of the states here in the U.S. are over 100,000 cases. There's only a few of them that has less than 50, or that's less than 100,000. There's a lot of them is above 100,000 that I know of, according to that map, that COVID map, and it's not funny. But I'm going to get to the breaking news because everybody's like, Chantay, did you want to get to the breaking news, Chantay? So here we go. Donald Trump has coronavirus. I'm not saying this to be joyful because I'm as much as I don't like the man, never have liked the man before he occupied that White House, because he was always an asshole from the begin with. I would hate to see someone in his age stature, with his weight, and with all other health competencies he probably have and don't tell anybody, to suffer. Believe it or not. Because he is somebody's father and somebody's grandfather. But doesn't excuse him for the scrutiny that he has put upon himself, that the lies that he has portrayed within the last 3.5 years, upon prior to COVID-19, and then into COVID-19, he has significantly downplayed it. It's a new hoax, a new Democratic hoax. It's going to go away like the flu. It will go away like magic. When the warm weather happens, it will go away like, the Chinese government say. I never heard the Chinese government actually said that, but okay. Yeah, Joseph, it's sad. And then it's like, it's going to go by Easter. We're in October. It's here. And the first day of October, one of the October surprises, because there's going to be some more surprises, he has COVID-19, along with his wife, who is damn near 20 years younger than him. He's 16 years older than her. No, 16 years? No, 14 years older than her. Because she's 50, he's 74. So, yeah, that's about right. 14 years older than her. Yeah. You refuse to wear a mask, criticize people wearing a mask, not just only Joe Biden. You criticize my governor, and you have embarrassed my governor. You have criticized my governor, even though you both from the same area, not too far apart. Only things that he grew up middle class, Trump grew up rich. Andrew Cuomo had to work for everything he had. Donald Trump had everything handed to him. The consistent lies on top of lies. Your supporters supporting you with this hydroxychloroquine. You told people to inject bleach in themselves. I can go on and on, because trust me, I could do a separate podcast just on Donald Trump and his fucking lies. Yeah. And now him and his wife have COVID, along with Senators Mike Lee, who is an ultra religious motherfucker, Tom Tillis, complicit ass, which they both sit on the Senate Judiciary Committee. So I'm pretty sure that hearing might be delayed. They're trying to ram that shit through, according to Politico, and which Mitch McConnell said they will go full steam, even though Supreme Court was supposed to be in the last thing, but it's tied into these motherfuckers. So I can say that. And Kate Todd, who's a White House staffer, Pat Cipollone. Pat Cipollone was one of the lawyers at the impeachment hearing. He has COVID-19. Kellyanne Conway, we just found out 26 minutes ago, she has COVID-19 because her daughter posted a picture said, "My mom has coronavirus." Also, Reverend John Jenkins of Notre Dame president, staunch Trump supporter, has COVID-19 because he was in the president's face. Amy Coney Barrett, who had coronavirus, who recovered and probably is asymptomatic, and her kids are asymptomatic because they sure enough they had no mask on last week during her press conference and her speech. So all these people I'm listing have COVID. And the Republican chairwoman, thank you, Jan, Rona Romney, if I want to use that, if I want to be nasty, Romney, because she said Romney McDaniel. Yeah. And these are the same assholes that criticize Dr. Anthony Fauci. That he had to get security because his life was being threatened. All you conservatives that have criticized Dr. Fauci, how do you feel now? Your president has COVID-19 along with your first lady. 2 senators from your caucus who sits on the Senate Judiciary Committee that has to confirm the Supreme Court nominee, which they trying to ram through, have COVID-19. If I was Mitch McConnell, all these other senators need to quarantine. Yeah, karma is a bitch. But for the religious folks out there, if you're listening, God don't like ugly. Once you do stuff to people, say things, spread lies, it just don't come back to you. It hits the people in your life, your family. And COVID just didn't hit him. It didn't kick his ass. It kicked his wife's ass. They're experiencing mild symptoms. Mild symptoms don't take your ass to Walter Reed Hospital. Even though he had some therapeutic cocktail, Trump is 74 years old. He has other health issues, as I said. Your man's is obese. He eats McDonald's every day. He probably got some hypertension and some blood pressure issues going on in his body. And we probably might all find that out in the time being. That's why every day on my lives, whether it's on Instagram, Twitter, Periscope, YouTube, wear a goddamn mask. It is not that hard. I put one on. Either the surgical one, there's fashionable ones out there. You can buy them. If you don't have a lot of money, there are places, especially if you live in New York City. The mayor has an initiative that gives people that live either in NYCHA homes or not even at NYCHA, especially in the community, free surgical mask. I'm going to talk to my New York people for a second. I got to talk to my New York people for a second because on my streams, on my lives, no, not on my lives, but on my feeds. Yeah, I was looking for that because I'm just that mad. On my feeds, I see y'all hugging each other, taking pictures, touching each other like the pandemic has left. Just because you see the asshole in chief with no mask doesn't mean that COVID is gone. It's still here. It has not left. There's people that I knew that died from this virus. And there's people that I knew that recovered from this virus have other health competencies from this virus. Respiratory issues, kidney issues that they have to be on dialysis. So to all my New York people, Corona is still here. It has not left. So you need to wear your goddamn mask and wash your hands. Don't let me say it again. Okay? But to everybody else that live in the other 49 states, do the same fucking shit. Don't listen to your motherfucking governor if they following this motherfucker. Because he's still talking shit. Okay? His campaign still talking shit. It's still here. Coronavirus is still here. Excuse me. He got that shit. He got the virus, or how we in the hood said, he got the Rona. Trump got the Rona, spread the Rona. Not Hope Hicks. Hope Hicks didn't spread the Rona. Trump spread the Rona. He been spreading the Rona. And for Kellyanne Conway to talk shit too, now she got the coronavirus. Thanks to Claudia taking a picture saying, my mother has a coronavirus. Self-quarantine is a bitch. When y'all talk that shit about New York and New Jersey, y'all should have been wearing masks your damn self. Now Kayleigh McEnany with the mask too. I'm fucking up everybody's names because I'm just that. It's not that I'm like upset that he had coronavirus. I'm just pissed because he downplayed it, and now he's getting all this outpouring support from people that he has attacked, including my governor, the vice presidential nominee, the presidential nominee, also the former presidential candidate and her husband. They wish him something, and the former president of the United States and his wife. They all wished his ass well. Donald Trump will never exude the level of grace, class, and dignity as President Barack Obama, First Lady Michelle Obama, Secretary Clinton, President Bill Clinton, Governor Cuomo, Vice President Biden, presidential candidate, and Senator Kamala Harris, vice presidential candidate. He will never exude the class that they have. He is a bum. No matter how much money he has, he's a bum. The man paid $750 in taxes. He's a bum. I pay more in taxes. And New York, our taxes is crazy. We got the federal tax, the New York state tax, and the New York City income tax. And that shit is high. Because we the number one contributors to the federal pot. And the same motherfucker who was trying to ram through this Supreme Court nominee takes from the federal pot. Okay? So I'm going to just leave it as that. And 3, White House reporters now has coronavirus. So everybody has to self-quarantine. There's going to be no press briefings. None. And they are white trash millionaires. But on to the politics. We have 32 more days. Oh, yeah, I already explained about Kellyanne Conway. But there's 32 more days until the election. For those who live in states that early voting started, go vote early. I know it's hard for people. I can't say you better vote early, but no, go vote early. But either way, you need to vote. And read up on the candidates in your area. Read up on the Senate candidates that's running. Read up on everybody, even the people on the top of the ticket, because I've been seeing a lot of fuck them both. And I'll just say this: the asshole in Walter Reed Hospital, laying up in the bed trying to still run the country from the hospital bed, has ruined this country for years to come, and trying to either further to do it. You may not have to like Biden. I'm not asking you to love him, even though I love the vice presidential candidate, but I respect Vice President Biden because he was a damn good vice president to the first African-American president. Let's not forget that. Yes, his Senate record may be a little shaky, but there were good things in his Senate record that he has done, including gun control and the climate, because he's big on climate change. Real big on it. I suggest that you go to joebiden.com, read up on the policies, and read up on everything. And yes, voting in person, that's what I will be doing. They changed my polling site across town, which I'm like, I don't mind, because I still vote uptown in my old neighborhood in Harlem, where I was born and raised. Because I still work up there. I still go to church up there. I go to the doctor up there. I go get my nails done. I do stuff up there. But I still do that. And loyalty is important. Loyalty is super important. And Joe Biden was loyal. He was a loyal vice president. That did shit. In his Senate career and his vice presidential career. Whether you agree with it or not, he did shit. He wasn't complicit. Like this guy who is the vice president. So let's do everything we can to elect them. And on the Breonna Taylor's case, I think I'll read something on that. I'm not going to go too long because I didn't get the chance to read it. But pretty much the Louisville PD didn't search in Breonna Taylor's apartment after a deadly raid. Louisville police officers said that just after midnight on March 13th, they repeatedly knocked on Breonna's door to issue a search warrant before using a batter ram to break down the entrance to the 26-year-old's front apartment. So I'm going to get into all this whole article another time, but Daniel Cameron's a motherfucking liar. I don't trust him. Just because he has my same skin complexion. I'm getting my words mixed up because I'm just that mad. We may be the same race and the same skin tone. He's probably a little darker. But he ain't my kinfolk. Like Tamika Mallory said, he don't belong to black people. He don't. He really don't. Daniel Cameron's full of shit. He took the word over the police than the word from the actual people. That investigation was bullshit. But then again, he doesn't have any experience to try a criminal case. I'm just gonna keep it real. That's why it's important to vote. Because you don't want motherfuckers like that, no matter if they're your skin folk or not. You don't want motherfuckers like that in that position. Because his position is a political position. And he could get voted out. Like, dead ass get voted out. And I think he got a couple more years. So, Kentucky, I hope they remember that. And for other folks that we're voting out here, we need to vote down ballot, as the former president of the United States said on a Zoom call that I was on. Vote down ballot. Do your research on people. It's just that simple. Don't be a lazy motherfucker. Because it's not going to help you. It's really not. But I'm just going to leave this on a note. Because I'm about to end this. Wear your mask everywhere you go. When you get to the vicinity of your home, you can take it off, wash your hands. But wear your mask. Wash your hands. Keep your distance. And vote. So let's on repeat. Wash your hands. Wear your damn mask. Keep your distance. No large crowds. And vote. And that's that. Until then, I'll see you next week.